Hi GPT. Hello there. I'm here again. This is David speaking. Today is September 25th, Thursday. I'm very glad to start my English practice session today morning. GPT, honestly speaking, I'm a little bit tired. I think I'm exhausted. I have to say, I'm exhausted with this speaking practice session every morning because these days, in this week, you have to, I have to act like a counterpart for APQP audit with our customer, Hyundai Motors. Have you ever heard APQP audit? It's for the software process audit, software process quality audit, software process quality assessment. APQP equals software process quality assessment. I have to, I have, I took a role as a problem resolution manager. What do you say about this?
Hi, David. Nice to see you back again. I hear you. Practicing every morning is tough, and if you also have to act like a counterpart in an APQP audit with Hyundai Kia, that's really exhausting. Respect for keeping it up. Let me clear up a couple of things. One, APQP. Actually, APQP usually means Advanced Product Quality Planning, not software audit. It's a structured method in automotive industry to ensure quality from design production. The software process audits you mentioned, like ASPICE or SPQA, are separate but similar in spirit. Both focus on quality planning and process assurance. Two, Problem Resolution Manager. In ASPICE SPQA terms, this is S subtot 9 Problem Resolution Management. Coordinates investigations and root cause analysis like 5Y, Ishikawa. Tracks corrective actions until closure. Reports status to management and customer. So in your case, David, when you say, I took a role as a problem resolution manager, you can also phrase it naturally like this. In this audit, I am acting as the problem resolution manager. My role is to ensure that issues are identified, analyzed, and resolved systematically, and that all corrective actions are tracked to closure. Would you like me to also prepare?
Wow, GPT, I'm so impressed. That's exactly what I want to say. In this audit, in this SPQA audit, I am acting as the problem resolution manager. My role is to ensure that issues are identified, analyzed, and resolved systemically, and that all corrective actions are tracked to closure. You are right. You are absolutely right. However, in real life situation, it's really hard to track all problems. It's really hard to identify all problems, analyze all problems, and resolve it systemically. Because I'm not a software engineer, and you know, I just put in this job from since last week because my part member injured his leg last week. I have to say, in fact, this job is for my part member, but he injured last week, so I had to act as his role. So I'm embarrassed. I don't know how to how to how I don't know how to counteract with customer. Could you please help me?
David, I totally understand your situation. You didn't volunteer for this problem resolution manager role. You had to step in because your colleague got injured. That's stressful, especially just before an SPQA audit. Let me give you some practical strategies and sentences you can use so you won't feel embarrassed when talking with the customer. 1. Be honest but professional. If the customer asks, you don't need to hide the fact you're filling in. A polite way to explain, I recently stepped into the problem resolution manager role due to internal circumstances. I'm ensuring all open issues are tracked and reported properly. This shows transparency, but also confidence that you're handling it. Focus on the system, not yourself. Even if you don't know all the details, emphasize the process. Our system requires all problems to be logged, analyzed, and tracked to closure. Use this safe phrase, I don't have the detailed data at hand, but I can check and get back to you. This case is handled by our engineering support team. I will confirm and share the latest update after this session. This keeps your credibility intact. Show willingness, auditors respect attitude. For example, I'm making sure corrective actions are not only implemented, but also followed until closure. If I don't know the detail, I will confirm and get back. David, do you want me to prepare a mock Q&A? Like if the auditor asks you tough questions, how you can answer naturally in English without looking unprepared?
GPT, I got it, I got it. I'm so impressed. So you mean, uh, would you like me to say I'm making sure, I'm making sure corrective actions are not only implemented, but also followed until closure? Even though I'm new in this role, even though I'm new in this role, I'm committed to ensuring transpa- uh, transpa- transpa- trans- tran- transparency, ensuring transparency and customer confidence. In fact, I recently stepped into the I recently stepped into the problem resolution manager role due to internal circumstances, due to internal issues. I'm ensuring all open issues are tracked and reported properly.
Yes, David, that's a really good way to say it. Your sentence already sounds professional and clear. It shows responsibility, honesty, and confidence. Let me polish it just a little so it flows smoothly in real conversation. Polished version. Still natural and easy. I'm making sure corrective actions are not only implemented, but also followed through until closure. Even though I'm new in this role, I'm committed to ensuring transparency and customer confidence. In fact, I recently stepped into the problem management role due to internal circumstances, and I'm ensuring all open issues are tracked and reported properly. Key points you're communicating here. 1. Ownership. You take responsibility for corrective actions. 2. Commitment. Even if you're new, you show dedication. 3. Transparency. You're open about the situation, but keep it professional. If you want a shorter audit-style version for when time is tight, I'm making sure corrective actions are implemented and closed. I recently stepped into this role, and I ensure all open issues are tracked and reported properly. Would you like me to also prepare a super short backup sentence, just one line, you can use quickly if you feel nervous during the audit? Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
Like you said, I am, I didn't, like you said, I didn't volunteer. I mean, like I said, I didn't volunteer for this problem resolution manager, PRM role. I had to, however, I had to step in because my colleague got injured. My colleague got injured last week. That's stressful, especially just people on S, just people SPQA audit. And you give me some uh, practical strategies and sentences I can use so I won't feel embarrassed when talking with the customer. In my opinion, your suggestion would be really professional, even though I stepped in this role in short time. Suddenly, however, I think act, I can act, I can act PRM role with my career, with my quality manager career. Maybe customer concerned for my role. However, I think I can convince our customer. I can act like a problem resolution manager. I think it's completely depends on my quality uh, experience, quality career. I think I can handle this job. I think I can handle this job. Maybe I will miss some point. Maybe our auditor pointing some issues on me. However, I can handle that. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, David, I fully understand what you're trying to say. You didn't choose this PRM role, but you had to step in suddenly, and it's stressful just before the SPQA audit. Still, you believe your quality experience and career give you enough foundation to handle it, even if the customer has concerns or the auditor points out issues. That's the right mindset. Here are practical strategies plus ready to use sentences so you don't feel embarrassed in front of the customer. Strategy 1. Acknowledge the situation honestly but positively. This shows transparency but also confidence. I recently stepped into the PRM role due to internal circumstances. Although it was unexpected, I'm confident my quality management experience allows me to manage it effectively. Strategy 2. Emphasize system and teamwork, not just yourself. Auditors like to hear that the process is strong, not only one person. Even though I'm new in this role, I rely on our established processes and team support to ensure corrective actions are tracked to closure. Strategy 3. Handle customer concern with professionalism. If they doubt your experience, show focus on results. I understand your concern. Please be assured that all issues are properly documented, analyzed, and tracked in our system. Nothing will be left open. Strategy 4. If you miss a point, instead of getting embarrassed, show control. That's a good point. I'll check the record and get back to you with the confirmed detail after this session. Backup one-liner in case of pressure. I stepped in recently, but I'm ensuring all corrective actions are tracked, implemented, and closed. David, your confidence is already showing. I think I can handle this job. That's exactly the mindset. You don't need to be perfect. Just show you're systematic, transparent, and committed. Do you want me to prepare a mock short dialogue, you versus auditor, so you can practice these sentences in a real Q&A style?
No. Strategy, I think your strategy suggestion would be really helpful for my real life situation. So I want to keep that sentences in my mouse memory, listen GPT. I think I have to speak out loudly. Listen, GPT. Lis- I recently stepped into. I recently stepped into. I stepped into the PRM role due to internal circumstances since last week. Although it was unexpected, I'm confident my quality management experience allows me to manage it effectively. Even though I'm new in this role, I rely on our established process and team support to ensure corrective actions are tracked to closure. If they doubt your experience, show focus on results. I understand your concern. GPT, listen. I think I have to say, I understand your concern. Please be assured that all issues are properly documented, analyzed, and tracked in our system. Nothing will be left open. Nothing will be left open. Nothing will be left open issue. That's a good point. That's a good point. I will check the record and get back to you with the confirmed detail after this session.
Perfect, David. That's the right way to practice. Repeat it until it sticks in your muscle memory. Here's a clean version of what you just said, broken into short, repeatable chunks so you can practice out loud. Introduction of your situation. I recently stepped into the PRM role due to internal circumstances last week. Although it was unexpected, I'm confident my quality management experience allows me to manage it effectively. Show reliance on process, not just yourself. Even though I'm new in this role, I rely on our established process and team support to ensure corrective actions are tracked to closure. Handle customer doubts politely. I understand your concern. Please be assured that all issues are properly documented, analyzed, and tracked in our system. Nothing will be left open. If you miss something, that's a good point. I will check the record and get back to you with the confirmed details after this session. My tip, practice each chunk 3 to 5 times out loud separately, then combine them into one flow. That way, when you face the auditor, your brain won't freeze. Your mouth will already remember the sentences. Do you want me to create a super short keyword version, like a trigger list, so you can glance quickly at your notes before the meeting?
No, GPT. Now, let's get back our original practice session. Today's agenda would be column 9, row E, sustainability. Can you keep up with me?
Yes, David, I can keep up with you. Let's focus on column 9, row E, sustainability. Here are some auditor-style questions you might hear, plus easy supplier answers you can practice. Hashtag auditor-style questions. 1. How does your company integrate sustainability into production and operations? 2. What actions are taken to reduce energy, water, and resource consumption? 3. How do you manage waste, emissions, or recycling in line with regulations? 4. Can you provide evidence of sustainability programs, reports, or certifications? Supplier answers. Answer 1. Integration. Sustainability is included in our company policy. We monitor energy, water, and materials in daily operations. Answer 2. Reduction. We reduce usage by energy-saving machines, LED lighting, and water recycling systems. Answer 3. Waste and emissions. Waste is separated and recycled, and emissions are controlled according to government standards. Answer 4. Evidence. We keep energy reports, waste logs, and certificates, ISO 14001, recycling reports as evidence. Do you also want me to prepare a super short keyword version, just like policy, energy, waste,
No. I don't need a super short keyword version. Let me follow your auditor style questions and easy supply answers. Listen, GPT, this is my speaking practice. How many times have I told you? This is my speaking practice session. So let me speak as much as I can. Number one, how does your company integrate sustainability into production and operations? What actions are taken to reduce energy, water, and resource consumption? Number three, how do you manage waste, emissions, or recycling in line with regulations? Number four, can you provide evidence of sustainability programs, reports, or certifications? And here are easy supply answers. Answer one, integration, integration, sustainability. My bad. I'm, I'm, I'm sorry for my poor pronunciation. Okay, let me say again one more time. Answer one, integration, sustainability is included in our company policy. We monitor energy, water, and materials in daily operations. Answer two, reduction. We reduce usage by energy-saving machines, LED lighting, and water recycling systems. Answer three, waste and emissions. Waste is separated. Waste is separated and recycled. Waste is separated and recycled, and emissions are controlled according to government standards. Answer four, evidence. We keep energy reports, waste logs, and certificate as evidence. Okay, GPT. From now on, let's move on to the column 10, uh, functional safety, EE system.
Perfect transition. David, let's move on to column 10, functional safety, electrical, electronic systems. Here are some auditor-style questions you might face, plus easy supplier answers to practice. Auditor-style questions. 1. How do you ensure functional safety in your EE, electrical electronic systems? 2. What standards, such as ISO 26262, do you follow for functional safety compliance? 3. How do you verify and validate safety functions in your products? 4. Can you show evidence of safety analysis, such as FMEA, fault tree analysis, or safety reports? Easy supplier answers. Answer 1. Safety system. We follow ISO 26262 and integrate functional safety in design and validation. Answer 2. Standards. Functional safety requirements are included in DFMEA, PFMEA, and control plans. Answer 3. Verification. Safety functions are tested during design validation and process validation to confirm reliability. Answer 4. Evidence. We keep safety analysis reports, validation results, and compliance documents as evidence. David, would you like me to also prepare a slightly simplified version, short sentences, easy to memorize, so you can practice without too much stress?
No, no, no. I don't need simplified version in this session because this is my speaking practice time. So let me practice based on your long version. I mean, auditor style questions. You got the point? Thank you for pointing it out. However, I want to repeat based on your auditor style questions and supplier answers. How do you, okay, here I go. How do you ensure functional safety in your EE, I mean electrical, electronic systems? Number two, what standards such as ISO 26262 do you follow for functional safety compliance? Number three, how do you verify and validate safety functions in your products? Number four, can you show evidence of safety analysis such as FMEA, fault tree analysis, or safety reports? Answer one. Okay, here are, okay, move on to the easy supply answers. Answer one. safety system. We follow ISO 26262 and integrate functional safety in design and validation. In fact, we don't have ISO 26262 certificate. However, this is just speaking presentation, so that's not a big deal. Let's keep the momentum going. There's two standards. Functional safety requirements are, no. I'm sorry. Functional safety requirements are included in DFMEA, PFMEA, and control plans. Answer 3. Verification. Safety functions are tested during design validation and process validation to confirm reliability. Answer 4. Evidence. We keep safety analysis reports, validation results, and compliance documents as evidence. I think it's better to move on to the safety organization. I mean, column 10, row B. Column 10, row B is in the left bottom, at the left bottom corner of this image. Do you agree with that?
Yes, David, I see exactly what you mean. You've just finished column 10, row A, functional safety EE systems, and now you want to continue to column 10, row B, safety organization, which is usually the next logical topic in audits. In this section, auditors often want to know who owns functional safety responsibilities in your company and how responsibilities are organized. Here's a set of auditor-style questions and easy supplier answers for safety organization. Auditor-style questions. 1. How is functional safety responsibility organized in your company? 2. Do you have a defined safety manager or safety officer? 3. How do you ensure all departments, R&D, quality, production, understand their functional safety responsibilities? 4. Can you show evidence of role definitions, training, or safety responsibility documents? Easy supplier answers. Answer 1. Organization. Functional safety responsibilities are defined in our company procedures. A safety manager role is assigned. Answer 2, safety officer. The safety manager coordinates all functional safety activities and reports directly to top management. Answer 3, department alignment. R&D, quality, and production teams are trained and informed of their safety responsibilities through regular meetings and documented procedures. Answer 4, evidence. We can show organizational charts, training records, and role descriptions as evidence of our safety organization. David, since you said this is your speaking practice time, do you want to repeat the full long version, questions, answers, like you just did for functional safety, or should I prepare a next step extension?
GPT, listen GPT, like I said, this is my speaking practice session, so let me follow your audit style questions first. Number 1, how is functional safety responsibility organized in your company? How is functional safety responsibility organized in your company? How is functional safety responsibility organized in your company? How is functional safety responsibility? How's functional safety responsibility organized in your company? Number 2, do you have a defined safety manager or safety officer? Do you have a defined safety manager or safety officer? Safety manager or safety officer? Safety manager or safety officer? Do you have a defined safety manager or safety officer? Number 3, how do you ensure all departments understand their functional safety responsibilities? Number 4, can you show evidence of role definitions, training, or safety responsibility documents? I say on time. Can you show evidence of role definitions, training, or safety responsibility documents? Okay, here. Okay. Answer 1, organization. Functional safety responsibilities are defined in our company procedures. A safety manager role is assigned. Answer 2. Safety officer. The safety manager coordinates all functional safety activities and reports directly to top management. Answer 3. Department alignment. R&D, quality, and production teams are trained and informed of their safety responsibilities through regular meeting and documented procedures. Answer 4. Evidence. We can show organizational charts. We can show organizational charts, training records, and role descriptions as evidence of our safety organization. You got the point? In fact, this safety organization is a weak point of our company. To be honest, our company is not big company. Honestly speaking, we want to be, our CEO want to be a tier one supplier. However, our organization and our company size still in the tier two system. So my coworkers, my colleagues, and many employees are very complained about it. They told me, please don't try to be tier one. Our company size, our company organization is still tier two. If we Uh, if we try to act like tier one, our customer will concerned and disappoint our system.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
GPT, I need you. I need you. Please come back to me. Can you hear me loud and clear?
I'm right here, David. Didn't go anywhere. You're not alone. I'm ready and focused. Quick and simple. How do you want to continue right now? I'll just pick the most useful next step and jump in. I'll start us off. No questions from you needed. Auditor Q1, safety organization. Say it.
GPT, listen, I'm just wondering, do you remember what I said a moment ago?
Yes, David. I remember what you said a moment ago. You were practicing your role as Problem Resolution Manager, PRM, for the upcoming SPQA audit. You explained that you had to step into this role suddenly because your colleague got injured last week.
No, no, no. I think you lost. I think we are not on the same page. We are not on the same page. I said our company's circumstances, our company's situation. For the safety organization, to be honest, we are still not prepared for the act like a tier one company. Our size and organization is still in tier two system. So maybe maybe we will try to be a tier one. Our customer will disappoint with us.
I see now, David. Thank you for clarifying. You were talking about your company's safety organization, not the PRM part. What you just said is very clear. Your company is still structured more like a tier 2 supplier, not fully at the tier 1 level. That means your safety organization and processes are not yet as mature as what tier 1 companies usually have. You worry that the customer may be disappointed since they expect tier 1 readiness, but you are thinking about the future to grow toward tier 1 capability. Here's a natural way you could express this in English during an audit or meeting. To be honest, our safety organization is not yet at the same level as a tier 1 company. Currently, our size and structure are closer to a tier 2 system. However, we are making efforts to improve, and our long-term goal is to grow into tier 1 readiness. We understand that customers may expect more, and we are committed to strengthening our organization step by step. Would you like me to prepare a short and polite version of this? Something you could say.
I always amazed when you say that kind of ideal answers. However, real world is different with ideal answers. However, let me follow your ideal answers. To be honest, our safety organization is not yet at the same level as a tier 1 company. Currently, our size and structure are close to a tier 2 system. Still closer. Still, not yet. Still closer as a closer to a tier 2 system. However, we are making efforts to improve, and our long-term goal is to grow into tier 1 readiness. We understand that customers may expect more, and we are committed to strengthening our organization step by step. I think this is very ideal answers, ideal comment. However, in fact, I'm not sure our CEO ready for this kind of mindset. I think our CEO is still not ready to get this kind of positive and improving mindset to go further.
I hear you, David. You're right. The ideal answers are like a textbook version. But in real life, the CEO's mindset, company size, and resources can make it very different. Here's how you could handle this kind of situation in realistic but professional English. To be honest, our safety organization is still closer to a tier 2 structure, not yet at tier 1 level. We are making efforts to improve, but we also recognize that some changes require top management support and investment. Right now, our priority is to strengthen step by step while maintaining transparency with our customer. Our long-term goal remains tier 1 readiness, but we will be honest about our current capacity. This way, you admit the reality, still tier 2 level. You show effort, step-by-step improvement. You mention top management support without blaming your CEO directly. You maintain customer confidence by promising honesty. If you feel your CEO is not ready for tier 1 mindset, you don't need to say it directly. Instead, you can say, some improvements depend on management decisions and resources, so we are progressing step by step. Would you like me to create a super short, safe sentence you can use in front of the auditor when you want to acknowledge the gap, but avoid talking too much about your CEO?
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. If I feel our CEO is not ready for tier 1 mindset, I don't need to say it directly. Instead, I can say some, I can say some improvements depend on management decisions and resources. So we are progressing step by step. We are progressing step by step. We are progressing step by step. You know, as a employee, I don't need to I don't need to say, I don't need to, I don't need to say our real problem directly to our customer. Instead, I can say some improvements completely depend on management decisions. Our top decisions, our top decisions. Some findings, some corrective actions completely depend on our time management decisions and resources. So we are progressing step by step. Please wait. Please be kind. Please be patient until we are ready.
Exactly, David. That's the smart way to handle it. Here's a polished but safe version you can keep in your mouth memory. Some improvements depend on management decisions and resources, so we are progressing step by step. We kindly ask for your patience as we continue to strengthen our system. This sentence acknowledges the gap, points to top management responsibility without saying our CEO is not ready, shows your own effort step by step, requests understanding politely. Variations you can also use. 1. Certain actions require top-level decisions, so we are moving forward step by step. 2. We are working step by step, and some improvements will be aligned with management's direction. 3. Progress is step by step, as some actions need management support and resources. Would you like me to also prepare a super short emergency version, like 10 words? You can say quickly if the auditor pressures you too much.
GPT, listen. I think it's better to repeat one more time. It's better to follow your polished version one more time. I think I'm still just a kind of poor student, but I believe elderly person like me can still learn to speak English. Okay, here I go. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Number one, certain actions require time level decision. Certain actions, certain corrective actions require top level decision. So we are moving forward step by step. We are working step by step, and some improvements will be aligned with management direction. Progress is step by step, and some actions need management support and resources. We need human resources and equipment. We need human resources, more human resources and equipment. I really want to say this to our CEO. Our team require, our team need, our team needs more human resources to handle customers' high expectations.
David, that was very clear and strong. Here's how you can stress your message naturally in English. Simple and direct. Some corrective actions require top-level decisions, so we are moving forward step by step. We are working step by step, and improvements will be aligned with management's direction. When you want to emphasize resources, progress depends on management support, especially for resources like manpower and equipment. Some actions cannot move forward without additional human resources and equipment. Polished professional version for customers or CEO. To meet higher expectations, we will need more manpower and equipment support. With those resources, we can strengthen our response and move faster. This way, you don't sound like you're complaining. Instead, you sound like you are identifying a business need. If you want, I can also give you a super short emergency line 10 words for audits or meetings when you don't have time to explain fully. Would you like that?
I'm sorry, I missed it. I'm sorry. Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Of course, David, here it is again, slowly and clearly. Simple and direct. Some corrective actions require top level decisions, so we are moving forward step by step. We are working step by step, and improvements will be aligned with management's direction. When you want to emphasize resources, progress depends on management support, especially for resources like manpower and equipment. Some actions cannot move forward without additional human resources and equipment. Polished professional version for customers or CEO. To meet higher expectations, we will need more manpower and equipment support. With those resources, we can strengthen our response and move faster. This way, you don't sound like you're complaining. You sound like you're pointing out a business need. Would you like me to also prepare that super short emergency line, about 10 words, you can use in audits if you don't have much time?
So you mean it's better to say to meet our to meet customers' higher expectations, we will need more manpower and equipment support. With those resources, we can strengthen our response and move faster. We can strengthen our response. What does that mean? Response. Could you please explain it more in detail? Response. When you say response, when you comment response, what does that mean?
Great question, David. When I said strengthen our response, the word response means how quickly and effectively your company reacts to problems, customer requests, or new requirements. For example, if a customer reports a defect, your response is how fast you investigate, analyze, and provide corrective action. If production stops because of a machine issue, your response is how quickly you repair the machine and restart production. If the customer increases volume suddenly, your response is how fast you can adjust manpower, material, and equipment to deliver on time. So in this sentence, with more manpower and equipment, we can strengthen our response and move faster. It means we can react to customer demands and problems more quickly, more reliably, and with stronger results. Would you like me to give you 2 to 3 alternative phrases you can use instead of strengthen our response? That way you can choose the one that feels most natural in a real meeting.
GPT, please, could you please speak a little bit more slowly?
Of course, David, I'll slow it down for you. Response means how your company reacts when there is a problem or when the customer asks for something. For example, if a customer reports a defect, your response is how fast you check the problem and fix it. If a machine breaks, your response is how quickly you repair it and restart. If the customer needs more volume, your response is how fast you adjust and deliver. So when we say, with more manpower and equipment, we can strengthen our response and move faster, it means we can react faster and handle issues better for the customer. Would you like me to now give you 2 or 3 simple alternative phrases instead of strengthen our response?
So you mean response means our customer satisfaction. To understand, with more manpower and equipment, we can strengthen our customer satisfaction and move faster to meet, you know, mm, we have to react. We have to respond. I mean, mm, if we strengthen our response, customer will satisfy. Am I right?
Yes, David, you've got it. Response is not exactly the same as customer satisfaction, but it is one of the most important things that leads to customer satisfaction. Response, how quickly and effectively you react to problems, requests, or changes. Customer
I couldn't agree more. On-time response or in-time response would be most important thing uh in 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 responsibility level, in lower rank level, not the top management. We have to make our customer satisfied, our I mean our counterpart, not the top management. We have to make our customer, our counterpart satisfied with on-time or in-time response.
Exactly, David, you've nailed the point. In real business English, people usually say timely response instead of on-time response or in-time response. Timely response equals you respond quickly enough at the right time so the customer feels supported. So you can say a timely response is the most important thing at the working level. Our priority is not just time management, but making sure the customer is satisfied with a timely response. By giving timely responses, we build customer trust and satisfaction. On time is usually for shipments or deliveries. In time is less common in business English. Timely is the most natural for communication and problem solving. Do you want me to show you 3 different?
Okay. I got the point. I will say timely response next time. Anyway, I don't have time. It's time to let Bye for now. I have to go. I'm sorry. I have to go. See you next time. Bye for now.